What is going on, painting company owners? Brandon for Painter Marketing Pros here. Want to touch base today on bad leads. Leads wasting your time for your painting company. We find that there are a couple of reasons that this typically happens. So I'm going to break down 4 factors that if you do feel that you're getting a lot of low quality leads or that a lot of your time is being wasted reaching out to prospects to provide an estimate, or God forbid actually providing the estimate, and just to kind of figure out that you probably should have pre-qualified that lead better, probably shouldn't have wasted the time going out there yourself or sending an estimator out there. We typically find that 4 things are wrong. So number 1 is the platform, the medium that you're using. So again, sometimes like HomeAdvisor, Thumbtack, sometimes those aren't a good fit. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Yelp typically is not. It depends on where you're located. It depends on the resources, kind of how you run your company, whether you're a low-cost alternative, premium only, what services you provide, but the medium matters. Another thing that's really important is your messaging, right? So making sure that you're including messaging that resonates with who you're looking for. So for example, a lot of times a compelling offer can create a sense of urgency. Using an offer that explodes at the end of the month, or is a limited time offer available to first 20 customers only or whatnot, it can create a sense of urgency in customers. But make sure that you tie that to a product, to a service you actually want to sell. So maybe it's $500 off or 15% off, full exterior paint job or full interior paint job. Make sure that there's no ambiguity there, so you're not going out and quoting front doors, because it's going to be a waste of time for pretty much all of you. So having the right medium, having the right messaging that speaks to the kind of customer and the kind of service that you're looking to get more of. And then make sure that you are using correct targeting. So a lot of times, we see painting companies kind of, where we see them screw up is, for example, they'll do Google pay-per-click ads and they don't break up into different ad groups, and they just kind of lump everything together. Or they do Facebook ads and they don't target by demographic really at all, or interests, or they're not kind of narrowing by the higher income zip codes. So there's a lot that you can do to make sure that your marketing is getting in front of the right people. If you're finding that leads are coming in but they're the wrong people, then a lot of times that does tie back to some sort of a targeting issue, which it does vary based on the platform. We really like Google and Facebook. They're very different targeting options. Google, you're really targeting by the keyword searches that they use. It's directional advertising. You're getting people who are actively looking for your service right then, so it can be extremely effective. And then Facebook provides a lot of really detailed demographic type targeting, which is really helpful. And then the 4th way that we find painting companies really wasting time on bad leads is not having automations in place. So sometimes the lead wasn't bad, but maybe they weren't ready to pick up right then, or whatnot. And so if you just call them and maybe call them once the next day, you'll have a lot of fall through that maybe actually would have been good customers. So making sure that you have some sort of automated system in place to follow up repetitively with these leads. For honesty, you should touch them 6 months later, because it might be one of those things that they were thinking about getting a paint job and then something came up. Who knows? I mean, they could have lost their job for all we know, right? They submitted it and the next day they lost their job. But doesn't mean that they don't still want their paint project. Just might have kind of gotten put on the back burner, right? So stay in front of them because they wanted it, they were interested in it. So make sure you have automations to kind of stay in front of interested prospects like that. So again, getting your messaging right, the right message for the right person at the right time. Using the right medium. So, knowing where your leads are coming from and whether that's a valuable channel based on your painting company, based on your location, your resources, your way of doing business. Making sure that you have the automations in place, and then making sure that you're targeting the right people. So hopefully this was helpful, and talk to you guys later.